Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. It is the morning of Monday, the 22nd of December, 2025. The court has not yet opened in Ada County. We are, however, going to monitor the docket in Idaho versus Kohberger in the hopes that the dozens of documents that have been withheld from the public, been under seal in this case for the months of January, February, and March 2025, up to this date, nearly a half year after this case was closed, will be hopefully placed on the public docket with respect to the order that hit the public docket on December 19th, 2025, and had Judge Stephen J. Hippler's rulings that certain dozens of documents, neither side, the state of Idaho or the defense, Mr. Kohberger, had objections to the unsealing of, and perhaps more interestingly, the documents that Judge Hippler ordered were to be unsealed without any redactions, where he disclosed that one or both of the parties had raised objections, had wanted these documents, or at least a portion thereof, to be redacted from public disclosure. These items, in my opinion, relate to some key evidence in the case that has been under seal. This case, in my opinion, was overly sealed. And I give that opinion under the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, and it is an opinion that is shared by others, including investigative journalist Rebecca Boone, who submitted a declaration back in July urging Judge Hippler to unseal this then closed case and citing First Amendment reasons for the unsealing, and which included words to the effect that she had never seen a case this sealed in her approximately 26 years of investigative journalism. The documents that one or both of the sides have objected to include such key evidence as that related to the apparent exclusion of third parties from any involvement in the case, who, according to the state of Idaho in their objection to the release of this information unredacted, had voluntarily produced their DNA and latent prints in an effort to exclude them from any involvement in the case. The public does not know exactly what happened to exclude any third party other than Mr. Kohberger. In fact, there was one individual, suspect one, identified by the Idaho State Police in records that they released to the public after the case was closed, that showed an individual suspect one in at least two documents above that of Mr. Kohberger's. And then the public received other information from the Idaho State Police that a suspect had been surveyed on December 3rd and December 4th, 2022, and the public still does not know why exactly that individual, who was not Mr. Kohberger, was cleared. The court overruled the state of Idaho's objections. The court also overruled other objections that the state of Idaho raised to 6 separate documents that the state indicated should be sealed or at least redacted because they relate to grand jury proceedings, and another related to one of the most controversial, hotly debated issues in the entire case, that having to do with AT&T timing advance records. We are hopeful that today these documents will start popping up on the court docket, and that also the fourth court order, which would be directed towards documents for the end of 2024, will also be published on the court docket. There has not yet been an order asking both sides to provide their objections or non-objections to release of documents for the year 2024. We will continue to monitor this situation, provide you with further details as they arise. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.